Finish a call right here.
Hey, okay, so
How are you?
welcome all to our
Yeah.
biologically relatable podcast. My name is Juan Fernando Maldonado. I'm here with my two friends.
My name is Pedro Marquez,
My name is Santiago Aez.
and today we're going to talk about a really interesting topic about a myth that most of the youngsters like us
Can rely.
can rely on, which is if alcohol kills our urines.
So I'm gonna ask Santiago. Santi, do you actually think this is true or is just a myth?
Well, like I've been told my entire life that if you drink too much, or even if you drink just a beer, you're killing your neurons, and each time you drink, you're becoming more stupid every time because you're killing your own
Yeah, it's
brain
like
and everything.
something they actually taught us when we were little children.
We can talk this about like it is a taboo or something
Yeah,
related.
it's a myth basically. Most of our parents told an entire generation that brain cells are killed by alcohol, but it's totally a myth.
But
Instead,
this-
only maybe alcohol in excess can damage your brain. For instance, by damaging the ends of the urine.
But being serious, all my life I thought that it was a fact that it kills our neurons. But
Yeah, is me too. I like they told us that every time you drink and even if you smoke or like you have like a very hard life or a party life, you're damaging your brains and especially your brain cells.
But let's make it a bit scientific. Let's talk about facts.
Okay.
So actually, alcohol does damage your brain, but it doesn't entirely kill your brain cells. Actually, what it does is that it slows the processes in which your neurons are linked. So that's where our parents said that alcohol is bad or in excess.
yeah, that's what my parents told me. When
But
I was little.
I have one question. It always, even if you drink a sip of wine or a beer, are you
No.
slowing
So
it down?
let's say, for example, this page that I found, which is from the news from today, which basically says that if you drink more than 5% of alcohol, so let's say, for example, the beer has around 3% of alcohol,
Yeah.
it doesn't damage your brain cells at all. So let's say, for example, wine. Wine is about 4%, so it's just about the limit, but actually wine is really healthy for yourself. It is better than drinking sugar like Coca-Cola or Cuatro or Colombiana. It
That's
is way
something
better.
I did not know. Actually,
Yeah,
For
it's
real.
a fact.
oh my god. So I have another question. How much amount of alcohol do you need for damaging your cells or brain cells?
Yeah, really good question. So my friend Lies here that did a research, I think that last week,
Yeah.
about how alcohol can help you answer this question.
Well, according to the research that I made, almost when you cross that limit and you trespass, everything in life it becomes dangerous or even harmful for yourself, you know. So if you drink just a measured amount of alcohol, it won't damage your brain as much. But every time you get drunk to the point where you black out or to the point where you feel a little bit loose from your five senses, in that point where you can't control yourself and you don't feel wealthy enough, healthy enough to be responsive, that is the moment where your brain starts reacting and it causes some damage.
But wait, I have a conflict with that because some people have more alcohol resistance
True.
than others. So let's say I can drink I don't know 10 beers in a night, and let's say that I'm not getting drunk. I'm not getting drunk.
You're a beast.
No. It's an example.
Okay.
But for example, there's a friend of mine that drinks 6 beers and he's drunk and he's blackout. That amount of alcohol affects me the same that he being blacked out.
Well, it depends, as from the medicines, each dose is different depending on your weight, your health, and your background, your medical background, as well as the alcohol. there is not like a specific measurement. For example, 3 shots or 5 beers, where your brain starts to get damaged. It depends on the person. It also relies on, well, your personal information. As you told me, there are some examples of people that can get drunk even with 1 shot, or people that can drink a whole bottle of beer, of wine, and still don't think any, like don't feel anything. So it depends. Like, first, you need to know your boundaries and your limits of your body in order for you to like start damaging yourself,
Yeah.
your brain.
So, but mainly, let's explain a bit how the brain of humans work.
Sure.
So basically, how we move our hand, our fingers, is from electrical transmissions that is connected by our neurons. So first, a neuron starts a signal, then it's connected by a chain of neurons, and then it arrives to your finger. So basically, what alcohol does, it doesn't damage your brain. It doesn't stop that motion, that chain that you have created. What it does is that it numbs that motion. So
Okay.
that's why when you have like more than 5 beers, or when you're feeling really drunk, you start walking clumsy. Your words come out of your mouth like if you were a kid from 5 years old. So basically, what it does is that it depresses the function of neurons by reducing their ability to transmit that electrical signal that your brain impulses.
A great fact, but not that great to all the parents that are looking this podcast, because they're gonna kill us, basically.
Yeah.
So basically, to conclude this session, we ended up with a conclusion that alcohol does not kill your brain cells. It is a myth.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
think about that?
Well, I think that, sorry, Nate.
Yeah.
I think that we can learn a lesson from this, is that you don't have to believe everything that old men or your parents tell you. It is better to read and to be informed about things, but you also need to have some limits when drinking, because even though alcohol don't kill your brain cells, in a long term it makes so much damage to your body, especially to your kidneys.
Yeah, we know that alcohol is very harmful for the body,
Yeah.
but not for the brain cells.
Yeah.
And
True.
so that was basically all. Thank you for all the information.
Well, thank you for your time.
So what?
So let's thank our audience. Thank you for listening us, and wait for the next episode of In and Out.
In and Out
Podcast.
podcast. And it was all for today. Thank you for listening, and bye bye.
Join us next week.